We got our pregame and postgame show coming live, and hopefully we are as excited as we are right now after this game. But whether win or lose, we will be here after the game. Super excited to be doing our first pregame show. And as always, if you guys want to get last minute tickets to any event, whether it be basketball, whether it be this game tonight, who knows? You might be getting tickets 30 minutes before you go in. Go to SeatGeek.com and use Geo the Podcaster as your promo code at the checkout to get $20 off your order. Yes, you heard me right. $20. Who doesn't want $20 off their order, especially with those crazy fees that are always on tickets? So, man, I know we got a lot to talk about, but going into this game, I'm excited. And I haven't been excited for a game like I am for this week. I mean, division rival, and it's the biggest game of the season in my eyes.
Yeah, I haven't been this juiced for a Thursday night game in a long time. If I'm not mistaken, I think Zach Berman put a tweet out saying this is like the first time the Eagles have played Washington when both teams are 500 since like 2000. I mean, Washington's been a dumpster fire for a long time. This is exciting. Two potential faces of the league going off against each other, and Jaden Daniels, Jalen Hurts. I haven't been this excited. I cannot wait. I can't wait to do the post-game show afterwards with you. Man, we got a lot to get into tonight.
Yeah, I'm juiced. I'm excited. But honestly, I think everything stems down to how the pass rush is tonight. Obviously, Vic and this defense have done wonders to bail out the offense when they've had some awful drives. But in my eyes, and I know I've preached this on social media all week, and I preached this on our post game show last week. We just need to get to Jaden and get him down fast. Washington doesn't have as elite of an offensive line as we've gone against before. So I think for some of these guys, especially veterans like VG, they'll be able to get in there and get them quick. I'm hoping, and I honestly, this is my bold take for tonight's game. I think VG gets 3 sacks.
Ooh, that's very bold. If somebody bets that, they're going to be able to buy a house. But yeah, I agree. My big thing this week, too, was not even just the defensive line getting to Jaden and causing disruption. I'm hoping they play discipline. That's my big key. That's one of my keys I wrote in our notes for the game. They can't just be rushing up the field, giving Jaden free lanes to run, because if so, Jaden's going to gash us and have like 100 yards on the ground. And if he starts doing that, we're in trouble. Zach, Nate, Dexter, Radio, everybody coming in. Thank you for coming in.
Yes,
hey,
sir.
Nate, it's going to be a good game, man. Go ahead, talk your stuff. If you're a Commanders fan, that's fine. I love Jaden Daniels. I was so upset he went to Washington. We're big Zach Ertz fans. It's going to be nice to see him back at the link. But, man, why's he got to be on the Commanders?
It's all right. He gets my standing O for this.
He definitely gets the standing O. He's not going to be booed in Philly. He's going to be loved. Anytime he goes to Philly, everybody's going to want to buy him beers. We love Zach Ertz here.
Yeah, always. And yeah, I know you had some points to talk about too. I'll kind of piggyback off those. Because bro, I loved your takes. Honestly, if you want to start airing them out, go ahead.
Yeah, sure. So the first things first, which we have talked about in weeks past, the Eagles have to start off fast. We have to score in the first quarter. We cannot be, going down 1-2 scores to these better teams in the league, especially with playoffs coming up. If we want to go where we want to go, and when Nick was talking about doing something special, that speech, that was an awesome speech. That was my favorite Nick speech I've ever heard. We've got to start fast. You cannot be behind to this Washington offense. If you let Jaden get comfortable and Hurts has to start playing hero ball, it's when the turnovers start coming. That's my second point. Jalen, limit your turnovers. Be safe with the ball. Be the point guard. Distribute to all our receivers. Let our guys do the work. Let your O-line block. Jordan Mailata's back. That's a great sign. Will he be rusty? Probably a little bit, but having Mailata back is going to be a huge boost to the O-line. And let Saquon eat, because this Commanders run defense, 28th in the league. They are giving up like 142 yards on the ground. That's a lot. We got a stud back there. Let them eat, baby.
Yeah, I'm ready for this game. And it's like you just said. In weeks past, we talked about not letting these teams get up 1, 2 possessions on us. I know that I preached that heavily on our post game show last week. So after this, make sure to go watch that because we had some good takes on there as well. Um, Honestly, that's the biggest thing for me right now. The pass rush is the second biggest thing, but not being able to capitalize on some of these drives and just play sloppy ball and then rely on getting to halftime, going back to the locker room, regrouping and coming out and being okay. Those things aren't going to happen when you're in the playoffs going against the Lions or other great teams like that. Um, and honestly, I think that the Commanders, if that happens with us in this game early, we're not going to win this game. And I think that honestly, that might be the wake up call for the Eagles if it does happen. But if it does happen, I don't know if they'll be able to recuperate from it. To be honest.
Yeah, I agree. I wanted to get into radio slate point right here. Do not let Brian Robinson and Eckler get loose. This is a big test for our linebackers this week. Do
Yep.
not let Austin Eckler have one of his vintage Chargers performance where he is just tearing up the middle of the field, getting away. It's going to be a big test. I'm excited to see how our president Zach Bond does, and then how N'Kobe's going to play. And the other one we really got to watch out for, Scary Terry has had the Eagles' numbers over the years that
Yep.
he's played. So I'm looking right now. This is off StatMuse. In 10 games versus the Eagles, he has 58 catches for 847 yards and 5 touchdowns. So if my math isn't wrong here, which I'm terrible at, what is that? 10 games, 58 catches. He's averaging about 85 yards receiving against us, almost 6 catches a game. Those are big numbers, but you know what? He's going against our guy. He's never taken a trip to Guantanamo Bay, baby. It's time to lock Terry down finally. Big
Yeah.
game for Q. It's going to be a big game for Coop. I'm hoping Slay's knee is all right. He's been hobbled the last few games, so hopefully he's feeling good. Because if we can hold down Terry, I'm confident we'll be okay. But it's going to be the defense. This is a big test for us. I'm excited to see our defense. Believe it or not, top 5 in all 3 major categories against the pass, against the
Yeah.
run, and total defense. Can't believe I'm even saying that. I can't remember the last time I've ever seen the Eagles defense so good.
Yeah. I think honestly, like you said, our president elect Zach Vaughn is going to have a insane game. I mean, it's crazy to even say that uh, he is going to like confidently say that we have linebackers that are going to get turnovers in this game. Honestly, I'm taking the over for his 1.5 today, and yeah, I think he gets one. I think we'll see him honestly find a lot of the flaws in Jaden Daniels honestly rookie play sometimes. I think we'll see him kind of bring out the sloppiness in Jaden Daniels, and I think that that's what we need. Because once that Eagles defensive line puts some pressure on these quarterbacks, Zach Vaughn does the rest. So I'm excited to see it, and yeah, man, I'm hyped.
I am too. I do. Have you noticed too the last couple games where Jaden's played against good defenses? If the pressure gets to him, he starts looking to scramble right away. He
Yep.
doesn't look as confident back there. We have got to go do that. CP23's comment. Will Jahan Dotson have a revenge game? We just brought that up. I'd like to see it. You would think so. I feel like he probably feels a type of way that Washington gave up on him so soon. My
Yeah.
thing is, I just don't know if he gets targeted enough to say it's a revenge game, but it would not shock me if he had a big play, like, say, a 50-yard bomb for a touchdown or something. That'd be really cool to see.
Yeah, I think honestly, Nick Sirianni is one of those guys where I think he'll, out of pettiness, try to get Jahan the ball more in this game. Because I think, like you said, it means something to Jahan. I had Jahan on my show last year when he was still a commander, and he he loved it in that organization, and for them to just turn their back on him was super insane. And I'm just glad he's an Eagle, honestly. I know he hasn't quote unquote lived up to the hype of some people, but honestly, trying to get him worked into the system is really hard when you have 2 of the top wide receivers in the entire league. I mean, we're not talking about a New York Giants who need another guy to rely on, or a team like that that needs other people um, in the outside to rely on to throw bombs to. I mean, you look to your left, you look to your right, you got AJ and Smith. You're taking it to them either time. It's kind of hard to look at Jahan for some of these plays, but I think it'll happen in this game.
I do too. And if you notice, it looks like Jalen's starting to trust him a little bit more after
Yep.
that amazing catch he had in that Jaguars game where he
Yep.
mossed and bobbled it. It's true. Like when you can see when Jalen starts to trust you, he's gonna let that thing fly and he's gonna watch you make a play. He shows it every week. The trust he has in AJ and Devontae, like these 1-on-1 situations, he trusts his guys to make the play. So it's really cool to see. Having Dallas Goddard back's also going to be huge. Another week where he's getting his legs under him, and then Saquon in the receiving game too. Saquon's done his most damage. I mean, he's super Saquon, reverse hurdling people, making Cowboys players tackle each other without him being touched. So
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think Saquon will have a game. I know we talked about this off air though. I think I completely agree with you. With Jalen Hurts having two touchdowns today. I just think once you get into the red zone, when you get far enough in, you're just pushing it all the way. So I think that's going to be the motto for this game. It's not going to change at all. But yeah, um, uh, yeah, I'm excited to hopefully see some different stuff in the red zone. Hopefully, because I feel like every week we're seeing the same thing of trying to get Saquon the ball to get to the 1 yard line and
mhm.
then push it in. I'd like to see some slants in the red zone. To be honest with you, something different, something different, and I think that'll be honestly how we clean up those more sloppy drives that I was talking about before.
Yeah, I agree. The red zone play has been very interesting. Don't feel like we've seen as much creativity in the red zone as we would like to hope. It does seem very vanilla down there. It's either, you know, Saquon will carry us down there, and then we're going to tush push it. With the personnel we have, I know a lot of people said like during the practice that the fans got to go to, they said they were doing some stuff with Dallas Goddard in the red zone, and he was a red zone
Yeah,
monster. It's like where has that been? Like we have not seen it since Dallas Goddard's really been in the Eagles uniform. So unleash him. Use AJ. Hey, Johnny Wilson, that dude's a
yeah,
50-50 ball machine. I mean, dude looks like the Incredible Hulk out there. He's so huge. He doesn't look like a wide receiver. Maybe they start using him a little bit more. Maybe Jalen trusts him after that scramble throw he had to him for his first touchdown. We just have so many pieces we could use down there. It's like I want to see a little bit of the creativity, but I guess we also have to hold off. Maybe they're saving that for the playoffs. Who knows?
yeah. Yeah, at this point though, why save it for the playoffs? This is a must win tonight in my
Hmm.
eyes. So if you're saving that for the playoffs, honestly, tonight is playoff ball. We need to play like it's playoff ball. And yeah, it's a must win. They got to break out all the big plays that they've been holding.
I agree. I think they're feeling juiced. I think they know what's at stake. We said that you could tell the players were pumped for the Kelly Green game. Well, now they're going to be pumped. They're at home with a chance to take over first place in the NFC East. Like I said, our last post game show, were we expecting this after the Tampa game? It felt like the world was collapsing around Eagles fans, and now we're like almost red hot, like
Yeah.
as confident as we felt in this team in a while, probably since 2022, honestly.
Yeah, I in the moment I was very sad about spending that money in Tampa to go see that game, but now looking back, ooh, we got to see a great team develop, bro.
That's
I'm
right.
so excited. That's the way
You,
we gotta look at it.
yep. You know what I'm saying? Us and all the Eagles fans that traveled down there in the hurricane, we're the reason this
Yep.
team got kick started. That's our truth. We helped kickstart the change that needed to happen.
Us driving through the hurricane just for the birds.
My brother, who is, by the way, like the wildest out of my family, was the voice of reason for us. Like, hey guys, maybe we should
I think
pull
we should
off.
pull over. I was like, "No, we'll be fine.
Yeah, we're good. It's
We'll be
just
fine."
pitch black. The wind's picking
Yeah.
up. We can't see. The car's blowing. We got this.
The exit we're supposed to take is completely flooded. We're fine.
Police are barring up streets because you can't drive through the water. Like, we'll be
We're
okay.
looking on our phones for hotels and they're all booked up. We're fine.
That's still wild to think we did that, but what a fun week.
Oh, what a fun week, man.
That's right, radio. We will. It's all
Yes,
about the
sir.
birds, baby.
Yes, sir. Always, always about the birds. And Yeah, man. I'm super excited for this matchup that we got. You got anything else to talk about?
No, it's just let's hopefully watch a really good game.
Yeah.
Let's get the first drive touchdown. We haven't seen it in weeks. Like I need to see it. It'd be
Yeah.
cool to see AJ or sorry, I did it. Commanders players
He's so
again.
sorry I did it.
I'm still so used to calling them that. So I'm sure they'll change their name in another year or two. But no
Yeah.
Marshawn Lattimore, I think that's huge. I really do think that's huge. And kind of wild that the Commanders gave all those resources for somebody who hasn't even touched grass in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So hopefully he comes back and he's healthy because I want to see how the defense looks with him in it.
Yeah, yeah, no, I'm super excited for this game. It's gonna be crazy. We're gonna be here live after the game with a post game show. Hopefully, an Eagles dub, and if not, hopefully we just see some improvement going forward to go against elite teams like the Commanders. But I truly think it's gonna be a dub here tonight. Um, you know, got 40 minutes to get some tickets, guys. So if you want to get tickets before uh the game, make sure to go to SeatGeek.com and use code Geo the Podcaster. And CEO, Mike Tyson, bro.
I'm
Mike
hoping
Tyson's
Mike
winning
Tyson,
it.
but I feel like it's fixed and Jake Paul's going to win. I think they're going to use it
Nah,
for the money. Believe me, I would love to see Tyson knock him out
we're
cold.
gonna see
I really
Iron Mike
would.
do it. We're gonna see
I'm
him do it.
so I know he can still throw. He's almost 60 years old. It's hard to think he'd be able to last 1 or 2 rounds.
It's gonna. Yeah, he doesn't have to. First
That's
round
true.
knockout.
Just takes one punch. That's all it takes. Put him
Yep.
in sleep. But
Yes, sir.
yeah, everybody, thanks for coming through for all the support we've had through these
Yeah.
live streams. It's been a lot of fun, and everybody that's been using the promo code, you guys have been awesome using that promo code. Keep using them. I'll be using it to go watch the Bulls when they come up to play the Wizards near where I live, dude. Tickets
Yes,
are as low as
sir.
$10 to go watch them. So like, Siki's gonna have to owe me money after I use your promo code.
Yeah, I think there was Orlando Magic and Pacers tickets for $2. And I was
Wow,
like, "What?"
really that
After
low?
the
Because those are
fees, it was
competitive
like
teams.
28.
That's wild.
It was insane. I was like, "How is it this low?"
Those are two competitive teams. I can't believe they'd be
I
that low.
know. I was looking, I was like, "There's no way this is real. Like, this cannot be real." And sure enough, it was. But,
That's pretty sweet.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
He
Radio
said, "Oh,
Wizards fan. I didn't
Wizards."
know that. Oh yeah, they're tough to watch. But I have to
Uh,
go watch Levine and Vooch before they get traded. Levine's been my guy. I'm a huge
yeah,
Bulls fan. I've loved Levine coming out of college. So I know they're going to put him on the trade block. So I better go watch him before they get rid of him.
yeah. But, yeah, we'll join you guys here live after the game, and, go Birds!
Go Birds.